In this section, we are going to make some practice on the SimpleGUI input function. So let's see, we have a couple of them. So I will start with the first one. So right now I have very simple codes here. So I have my frame, which is 400 by 400, and I have my text. So my text is over here. It says hello, and the position is right over here. It's the 100 represent the X value, and the 200 represent the Y values. So I have my text size, I have my color, and all of them are here. So let me just go ahead. I will run my code and let's see what is going on. So right now I have my perfect square, and I have my one object, which is text object, and that is starting from that location. So let me just analyze. Let's see what is going on. You see aside right now I have a position which is showing 100 to 200. So the first one, which is 100, represent my X value. So if you, let me just get my pen. If you imagine that that is my X axis and that is my Y axis, okay? So I'm not perfect in drawing, but you can see what I'm doing now. So I'm starting from here. What does it mean that? So this 100, it representing the reflection on the x-axis. It's about 100 over here, and 200, which is the second one, is representing on the y-axis. So that is my 200. So perfect, and that is my text, and the size of the text is 55. So right now I put a text which is hello over here. So what if I want the user put any kind of the value of the text? So right now what I need to say that on the frame I want to add input, and let me ask a user to enter. So I will say enter your name, or I will say enter just a name, enter a name. That is a message is going to publish it on the input frame. So I need to give the functions, because right after the input something should be happening to that input. So let me say that I will say change name, and I need to give the size. And for this one, let me give to 150, because I feel that some of the names will be a little bit longer. So I will just give a little bit longer window so they can make some inputs. And over here, since we have a change in name functions and we need to define it by ourselves, I will say define and change name. And right now, let me give the variable a. You can call it ABC or XYZ, it doesn't matter. So that means whenever they enter something to us, it is going to be saved to the a. And do not forget, whatever they give to us, whatever we collect from the user, it is always will be considered as a string, even if they will put the 1, 2, 3, even if they will put the different numbers. All of them, whatever we get from outside, it is always string. So right now, what I want to change, I want to change this text. It used to be hello, but I will say that, let me say global text. So that means I want to make some changes on the text, and my text is equal to a now. You see? So whatever the user is going to give to me, I will save to the text, and this text is going to replace that text which is on the frame. So let me just go ahead, I will run. So everything is working perfectly. I have my message, I have my window, like the input window, it's 100 pixel long. So let me put a name. So for example, I will say Mike. You see, so as long as I put the enter on my keyboard, it is going to change the mic over here. So that is the variable, and that is changes over here. What if I will put the 1, 2, 3? So 1, 2, 3. If I put it, that is absolutely fine. Or even if I will put a different symbol, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is absolutely fine. So yeah, that is one of the examples. What is the second example? I have a simple line. You see, the codes are very simple. I just let me just go ahead and run, and let's see. I have my frame, I have my single line. So since I'm using my draw line function, that means I need only 2 points. Let me just put it over here. So what does it mean? That I need my first point and I need my second point, and the SimpleGUI is just going to combine it for me. So it is going to be a line. So let me see what we have. We have a point 1, we have a point 2. It's already defined over here. I have a size and I have a color. And do not forget, guys, you see, so right now I have a point 1 and it has 2 variables. The first variable is X value and the Y value. So let me just get my pen and let's see how it looks like. So since all of them is a 400, you see, so all of them are is a 400 pixels, and it's the same over here. I have a 400 pixels over here as well. So I have a 100 by 100. What does it mean? That it is reflected on the 100 over here and then reflect on that one. So that is the first my point. And that is my second point, which is 300 by 100. So on the x-axis it is 300, but on the y-axis it's still 100. And what I want to do right now, I need to put an input, and I will put the input and I will ask my user, hey, put a number over here which is going to change my this value 300. So the user is going to be deciding how long this line is supposed to be. They can make it a little bit shorter or they can make it a little bit longer. You see, so shortly what I'm trying to do is, so right now I have 200 pixels now. So how can I find it? Because my first point started from the 100 and the second point is 300. So I have a 200 pixels long, but I will ask a user to give a different point here. So that point is going to be changed on the different way. So let me just go ahead and I will do it. So right now, let me just say that on the frame, I want to add input, and let me give the name. And what is the name is going to be change the line size, or let me just call it change the line. And after that, I need to give a function that we are going to define for ourselves. So I will say line size. Let me go with line size and let me put 100 because they will put a couple digits. I think 100 pixels will be good enough. So right now what I'm going to do is I will say define. I'm going to define my function, which is line size. And here I will put line size and let me call it B this time, because whatever we get it, and it is going to be saved to the B. So right now what I'm going to change, I want to change my pointer. So whatever they give it to me, I will just put here instead of 300. So right now I will say global point 2, and now I will say the point 2. But here is a tricky point, guys. You see, so if I say the point 2 only, it is going to give me two variables, x and y. But I want to change the 300 only. And 300 is located on the index 0. So that is the index 0, that is index 1. So I want to change index 0 only, so x value only, okay? And that is going to be my B. So what is the B is whatever the user is going to give to me. So the user can put not the 300, they put 200, they can put a 400, you see? So, but do not forget, guys, whatever they put on the input, so it will consider as a string, and we need to convert it to integer. So I will say integer, oops, and yes, so that B is going to be saved to my point. So if I run it, everything is good. So right now, let me put the 250, I will make it enter, and now it's a little bit shorter now. So what if I will put 150? So it is going to be much more shorter now. What if I will put 600? It looks like, so my frame is much shorter than that 600. So if I run it, it is going to go all the way to here. But since my frame is cutting off from here, so yeah, we cannot see the other side of the line. So this is how to use the input function and the SimpleGUI.